Hello. So today we are going to add another feature in our social network API. We are going to allow users to post a reply to a comment. Previously we had an API that allows users to comment on a post. Now we will allow users to reply. But first we need to separate the comment function in a separate controller because now we are adding more and more features in our comment module. So it's better to have a separate controller for comments feature. So we are going to add a controller. Now we are going to open it. Now we will open another post controller because all our current functions of comments feature are in post controller. So we will open this as well. And here first I will copy this because I'm going to use this in my comments controller as well. I will paste them here. And second, I'm going to cut this delete function. So I'm going to select. I don't need these comments. These are just for clarification. Now I'm going to select this complete function. I'm going to first copy it and paste in my new controller. Now I'm going to delete it from here. I will save this and save my controller as well. Instead of having delete comment, I am simply going to rename it as delete because I'm currently inside the command controller, so no need to add delete here. So save it, and now I'm going to change my API route as well. I'm going to include this command controller in my API route. I'm going to copy this and paste here, and I'm going to change it to command controller. And I'm going to copy this, and in our delete comment, we have this one. I'm going to replace this with command controller. And now we have a function with name delete. So I'm going to name it as simple delete. So this will work fine. Now we will come to the next function. This should be this one, post controller, and we have this command function. So inside post controller, I will search for command, this one, and again I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this complete function and paste in my command controller. Okay, I'm going to save this here, and in post controller I'm going to delete this command, this function, and now again I'm going to change in my API. I'm going to replace this post controller with command controller and save. And the next thing we have is this fetch command function in our post controller. So I will search this fetch commands, and again I'm going to copy the complete function and paste in my new controller. and I will name it to simply comments, fetch, because I'm already inside the comment controller. Okay, I'm going to save this and I'm going to remove this function from post controller. Now again I have to change my API route. I will copy this command controller and paste in here, and instead of fetch commands I will rename it to simply fetch. Okay. Now I will call this simple API to check if everything is working fine. So I will do curl -x. The method is post, and I think I have some parameters inside this fetch API. Yes, it should be the ID of post. ID is equal to, so I'm going to pick a post from my table. ID is 1, and now the URL of API fetch commands. So it has written the data, which means that the controller is working fine. So now we are going to add another route in our API, and that route will allow users to post a reply on a comment, and then we will fetch their replies, and then we will allow delete reply. So first thing we need to do is to allow users to post a reply on a comment. So I'm going to add an API route, post comment reply, and this will be in our comment controller that we just created, and the function will be reply. So now I'm going to create this function in our comment controller. And it will accept two parameters, the ID and the reply that you want to post. So I'm going to simply copy this and paste here, and I will add another field like reply required. So I will get the authenticated user, I will get the ID of, that should be the ID of comment, and the reply. Now first I will check if that comment exists in table. So I will do post comments where ID is equal to this ID. And if comment is null, it means that it does not exist. So I'm going to return a response error. Now we will insert the reply in our database. We will follow the comment function that we have already created for adding comments. Okay, so we will follow this, and we will add one more column in it. So I'm going to replace this. So we are inserting user ID and we are inserting post ID. Okay, so we need the post ID as well. But first let me change this from reply to comment. Okay, in order to get the post id we can get it from this comment object. We will use comment post id and we can get it from here. But since we are replying to a comment, so we need to save the comment reference as well, that this is the reply of which comment. So we are going to add another column here, let's say reply of, and this will be the comment id that we are replying to. So we are saving comment id. Okay, now we need to create this column in our database. So let me save this, and now I will open my post comment migration. I will search for this migration and open this. Now I'm going to add another column here, unsigned big integer. That will be the reply of column, and its default value will be null, because for comments it will be null, and for reply it will have the value of comment id, and it will be the id of same table. So I'm going to save this. Now I need to run this migration again. So I'm going to delete this table and run the migration again. I'm going to delete this table. Right now we do not have much data, so it's safe to delete the table. But if you are in production and you have a lot of data, then it's better to just add a migration to add a column instead of adding the column in create table migration. Now I need to run the migration again. Okay, so this column has been created, and now it will have the value of this id in case of replies, and I need to return the response as well. So I'm going to copy this and paste here. Next step back, change this to success. I will say that reply has been posted. So now we already have a post in our database. We need to add a comment in it, and then we will add a reply to that comment. So first we need to add a comment in it, and we have an API for this. We have this API for adding a comment. So we are going to call this. And in our add comment API, we need to pass the ID of the post. And the ID of post is 1. And we need to pass our comment as well. So I will say nice. And the API route of API is this. I have to pass the authorization header as well. Name is H authorization bearer and my token. Okay, it says that comment has been added. Now I will check. Okay, so the comment has been added, reply of value is none. Now I need to add a reply of this comment. So we have this API post comment reply. So I'm going to use this post comment reply, and in this API we need to send the ID of comment and the reply. sorry, id of comment is 1, and I need to send the reply here. So I will write thanks. So it says that reply has been posted. So I will check. So you can see that this is the value of this ID. So it means that this is a comment, but it is a reply of this comment. Okay, fine. Now we need to create another API to fetch all the replies of a comment. For example, you are seeing all comments on a post and you are seeing a button that says replies, and when you click on it you will see the all replies on that comment. So we are going to write that API now. Let me clear this, and I'm going to create another route here, and it will be post comment, let's say replies. I'm going to call my controller function, and I will say simply fetch replies. I'm going to save this and copy this and create this in my controller function. I think I don't need the post controller now, so I'm going to close this file, and I don't need this as well. So let me create that function. And in here we need to pass the comment ID. So we'll pass the comment ID and it will fetch all the replies to that comment. And one more thing, we do not need to create this API inside the auth middleware because anyone can see the replies on a comment. So we will just move here, move this from here to with fetch comments. So we will place this here. Now it's fine. So even if the user is not logged in, we will be able to see the replies of a comment. Okay, so we'll copy this because we need to make sure that user must provide the ID of comment, and we will remove the reply here. We will get the comment ID. Then again we will check if comment exists. So I'm going to simply copy paste this in order to save time. So here we can easily check that the comment exists. We need to fetch all the replies of that comment. So we're going to do post comments where reply of is equal to this comment ID. So it will fetch all the replies that of this comment, and we can use pagination because it can have a lot of replies, and we can join with users table so we can know that which user has posted the reply. We will join with users ID, and in post comments we have this user ID column, so we'll join with this column post comments dot user ID. And since we are now joining with two tables, so we must provide the table name as well in here, because otherwise if same name of column exists in two tables, then it will throw an error. So we have to specify the column, and in select clause we will fetch all the columns from post comments table, and in users table we can simply fetch his username, and if the name is also ambiguous, then we can use user underscore name in order to differentiate it. So that's fine. We can add another here to order the replies. We can do order by, ID, and we can do it descending, so the latest replies appears first, and we are going to save it in a variable, let's say data, and we are going to create an array that we will throw as a response, because this will have other information as well, so we need to pass only the relevant information to the client app. So I'm going to just copy this and paste here and say that this is my success response, and in here I can say that data has been fetched, and in data I will pass this array. Step back. So now I need to add data in this array, so I'm going to loop through this data array sd, and I'm going to create a separate object where I will specify the columns that I need to return to the client app. So I will say, let's say ID, this will be the post comment ID, default will be 0, and I will have user object, let me set it null here, and then I will check that if is set d of username, and this means that this username, if this is set, then we are going to set the value in this user object. So we will add user ID, and we will add username, and we will convert it to object as well. Okay, and we need to pass the comment as well that he has commented. We can name it as a reply. So in our database it will be comment, but the client app will see it as a reply. And we need to pass the time as well, created at, and we need to convert the, since we are saving the time in UTC format, we need to convert it into user local time zone. So we'll call our date function, and this will be the date time format. We need to show the date, the month, the full form of month, not just 3 words, and full form of year, and you can pass the exact time as well. So it will be the hour in 12-hour format, and the minutes and the seconds, and A means that it will be an AM or PM, because we are displaying the time in 12-hour format. If you want to return the time in 24-hour format, then you can use capital H. And second argument will be the string to time function, and in this function we will pass our comment created at column. But since we are converting the time from UTC to user local time zone, so we have to append a string here and call it UTC. Now the PHP will know that we are converting this time from UTC to user local time zone. And yes, that's it. Okay, now we need to, since we have set the object here, we need to push this object in our array. So we are going to call array push. We will use our array and object, and we need to convert this into an object. Right now it is an array, so we will convert it into object. So let's check this API. We have post, comment, replies. Okay, I will call let's post, and the argument will be ID, and it will be the ID of reply that I want to fetch. So I will pass this ID as well, and the API path is copy paste here. Okay, data has been fetched, and it has fetched the data correctly. So this is the reply that I posted, and it is working fine. So let me try with id2, and id2 is this comment and it does not has any reply to it, so it should return an empty array. Okay, it's fine. So this is returning fine. So now you can post a reply to a comment and you can fetch all the replies to a comment. Now one more thing you can do is to add a delete API. Just like we did for comment, we should be able to delete our reply as well. So we are going to add another API here. Should be, let's say, post comment reply delete, and it will also goes in our comment controller, and we will call it, let's say, delete reply in order to keep things simple. And I'm going to copy this and create a function in our comment controller. And again I need to pass the ID as well, and I will check if that comment exists. So I will just copy till here and paste here, and here I need to get the user as well, so I need to get the authenticated user. So now user can delete a comment only if he matches three conditions. If a reply is created by user, or if comment is created by that user, so only I can delete the reply, or the person whom I have commented, only he can delete the reply. Also the person who created the post, so the post owner and the comment creator and the reply creator, all three people should be able to delete a reply. So let's say user 1 created the post and user B commented on that post and user C replied to that comment. So all three users should be able to delete that reply, because user A should be able to delete the reply because it is his post. He should be able to delete all the comments and all the replies to it. And since user B commented, and he should be able to delete all the replies that people have commented on him. And since user C, the third user should be able to delete the reply because it is his reply, he can delete it as well. So if reply is created by user, or if comment is created by that user, or if post is created by that user. So now I will create three separate conditions here. So first I need to check if the reply is created by me, and this should be the ID of reply. So for example, if I want to delete my reply like this, so I should pass 2 here. So I will create three variables. I will say, let's say, my reply, and it will be comment user ID is equal to user ID. It means that this reply has been posted by me. And second, we need to check if comment is created by that user. So we need to get the reply of value of this comment and fetch that comment as well. So we are going to copy this and paste here. I will rename to reply just for clarification that this is the reply and this will be the comment that I have replied. So I will change it here as well. And here I need to check the reply of value. So I will call like this, reply of. So it will fetch the comment that it is a reply of. So let's say I pass 2 here, so I will get this comment and I have reply of 1, so it will check the post where ID matches 1 and it will fetch the comment. So now we have make sure that reply should exist and comment should exist. I'm going to change this to reply as well. So I will check that if comment is created by me. So I will say my comment is equal to comment user ID is equal to my ID. And the last thing we need to check if post is created by me. So we can do it here. We can join the post comment. You can do this join with both. You can do this with the reply or with comment. Both will return the same post because both comments are posted on same. Because you can see that the post ID is same, so it will return the same result. I'm going to do post with post ID should match the post ID inside comments table. So I need to specify the table here, comments.id, and I will fetch. So I will fetch all the columns from comments table, and from post table I will fetch the user ID only, and I will rename it to post user ID. And yes, that's it. Okay, so now I will check this if this ID matches with my ID. So it means that the post is created by me. So I will say my post is equal to comment, and let's check this. Okay, so it will check that if reply is posted by me, and it will check if comment is posted by me, and it will also check if post is created by me. So let me recheck everything just to make sure that it should work fine. Post ID should match this one. Okay, so this is fine. Let's try this. Let's say if my reply or my comment or my post. Only in this case we are going to delete the reply. So we are going to do post comments, and we will match the ID. The ID is equal to the reply of ID. We are getting the reply from here, so it should match the same ID, and we are going to call the delete function. And after that we are going to send the response back to client telling that the reply has been deleted. So I will say success, reply has been deleted. And if none of the condition matches, then we are going to send an error response saying that you are not authorized to delete the reply because you are not the owner of post, you are not the comment creator, you are not the reply creator. So we are going to say error, and here we will say unauthorized. So let's try this. The API route is this comment reply delete, comment reply delete, and we need to pass the ID to, so it will delete this reply, and we need to pass the authorization token as well. We cleared it, so let me get it from, I can copy this near this, and I can paste them here. Okay, now I'm going to call this API comment post reply delete, and I will pass the ID to so it should delete this reply, and I'm passing the authorization token of Adnan, this user, the person who replied, so it should work fine. it says that the reply has been deleted, so let me check. Okay, so it has deleted the reply. Now if I call the fetch reply API, then it should return empty as well. So I need to pass the ID 1 because I need to fetch all the replies of that command. So I will send ID as 1. So it should return empty because now there are no replies to it. So that's it. That was the reply API. So we have created 3 APIs: one to post a reply, one to fetch the replies, and one to delete a reply. So if you face any problem in this, kindly do let me know.